Hey everybody, welcome to today's podcast. This is Pato the Ghostwriter, welcoming you to a beautiful Monday morning. I've had my coffee. If you're asking why am I so chipper on a Monday morning, yes, I've had several cups of coffee. I'm all coffeeed up and I'm ready to go. So back on the grind, like I said, had a few good days off, and I hope you did too. And most of us, well, we're back working, grinding. To break time right now, so I was like, well, what can I do during my break? Light bulb. I'm gonna talk to my favorite people in the whole wide world, my listeners. So, yeah, Mr. Rogers moment right here. It's funny as I just said that right now. The picture of watching Mr. Rogers back in the day. I don't know how many of you, Pato's old enough to. I watch Mr. Rogers. So, I don't know, I remember he would look into the camera and be like, I like you just the way you are. So I guess, yeah, that's why I like watching Mr. Rogers. Because Mr. Rogers liked me just the way I am, or the way I was. I was like, hey, cool. Okay, so that being said, you, my listener, you're my favorite listener, my favorite peoples in the whole wide world. And on that note, let's get started.
You're listening to Pato the Ghostwriter Show.
Pato the Ghostwriter Show.
Yeah, that's it. A Monday morning, and here we are. It's crazy. I'm walking around, so you might hear some cars that I'm trying not to get run over here as I'm walking around talking on my phone. I guess I kind of look like those people that are usually on the internet, looking at stuff up, walking. Except, maybe more like a walkie-talkie. But bottom line is, here I am, walking around, just talking to my favorite peeps, like I said, you guys. So, like I said, had a good weekend, one of my days off. I got to spend time with my mom. My mom is 79 years old, and, she's been diagnosed with a moderate case of Alzheimer's. And, I work a lot, so it's rare when I get to spend time with mom. And it's rare when we can convince her to get out of her house too. So I was definitely enjoying that. It's every week I make the attempt, and finally she said yes. I convinced her. I'm like, hey, let's go check out my new place. So I recently moved out in the boonies. I no longer live in the metro area. I live out there where it smells like cow. And no, it's not Levine. If you're familiar with the Phoenix area, yeah. Well, Levine. Well, no, not that there's anything wrong with Levine. Okay, Levine is a cool place, but I guess some of the people that live there, they got these bumper stickers. And if you were from the Phoenix area and you've ever driven down there, you might bump into some of these people, on their trucks with their little bumper stickers that says, "Welcome to Levine. Smell our derriere." Yeah. Well, whatever floats their boat, right? But yeah, where I moved is not Levine, but it does smell like cow at the end of the night, at the end of the day, whatever. So bottom line is, we're driving down there, we're on the road, and mom's just looking out the window, looking at the scenery. Then we go into desert scenery, and she turns around and tells me, I remember when you guys were kids, we used to travel a lot. We were always traveling somewhere, going up, up and down the road. And she's like, don't know. She's like, I can't remember. Where were we going? And of course, I realize it's one of those moments. And I tell her, well, Mom, remember you guys used to have that swap meet business? So we used to go to the LA area a lot, Paramount and all those places. And you guys would get all this neat junk, and we'd come back and sell it at the swap meets here back in the day. And she's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, that was one of the reasons. Another reason, but of course I didn't bring this up because there's really no point. My dad and her, my dad may rest in peace, their relationship wasn't the greatest. So many times they would split up, and here we go, being shipped off to like different places. Like they would send me to my uncle's over in Calexico, California. That's a border town 11 miles south of El Centro, California, if you're familiar with that area. And usually mom would go stay with a brother in Coachella. You know, it's funny, Coachella now is like a big thing. When you say Coachella, you think of that big festival. Good morning. But no, that's where mom and sis used to go hang out and stay over there. And then of course they patch things up, and here we go again. Hit the road, come back home. So yeah, we did spend a lot of time on the road, but I didn't bring that up. You know, I just, hey, remember the swap meet business? Yeah, that's why, yeah, we spend a lot of time on the road. I figured, you know, hey, she's 79 years old. I just want her to be filled with happy, awesome, good memories. You know, I mean, mom's life was hard, and like I said, she worked her butt off to provide for us, and I'm very thankful and very blessed that, you know, to have her as my mom. It's wow. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So yeah, I had an awesome weekend. You know, Alzheimer's, it got me thinking. Usually there's no, I mean, they say if it runs in your family, chances are you're gonna get it. So it kind of left me with a, am I gonna go through that? Then I wonder, well, if I'm going through that, I guess it won't matter, right? Because I won't know. But Alzheimer's, seriously, I mean, you know, there's no cure, and there's no way to know if you're gonna get it or not. No way to prevent it. I mean, although now they're saying that staying mentally active, you know, physically active and mentally active is a good way to prevent it or delay it. There's some experimental, I would say, treatments out there. Mom's taking some type of pill that's supposed to delay the effects when she takes her pills. That's another challenge for some of us here. Mainly my sister, which, God bless her soul, she deals with her a lot more than I do, because, well, my sister lives with mom right now. Her and her family moved in there, which is it's cool because now mom's not by herself, and you know, hey, like they said, one hand washes the other, right? You know, she's there for mom, takes her to her doctor's appointment, and well, mom will, you know, like I said, it's mutual help. It's not just, sometimes people, you know, it's one of those where, yeah, she's there helping mom, but mom is helping her in many other ways. So it's all gravy, baby. One hand washes the other. That's the way we do, right? Or we should. Yeah. So I was saying that. Wow. See, I just lost my train of thought, and that was one of the things that, as we were having conversations throughout the day, she was like, "Oh, I forget things. I'm getting old," and I'm like, "Look, Ma, it happens to all of us. I space out all the time. Okay, it just happens. I mean, you know, we're talking and we look at something, we get distracted, we lose our train of thought. Don't feel so bad." And she's like, "Oh, well, you know, it's I'm getting old." I'm like, you're playing that card on me, Mom. I'm not gonna let you play the senior citizen card on me. And just, we joke around like that, you know, which is good. Her sense of humor is pretty awesome, intact. And like I said, we sat down, we ate, and her appetite is awesome. So, you know, she eats. I mean, I don't know where she packs it all. I mean, skinny lady, but that was pretty awesome. So, you know, sometimes I know there's people that don't have good relationship with their parents. And, I understand there's some relationships that cannot be patched up. But if you can, make the effort. I don't know. It's just awesome to be able to hang out with your parents and just kick back, chill. Kind of like I did. It's pretty awesome, and hopefully I'm gonna try to make this in every week or whenever I can. It's I work a lot, so it's kind of hard for me, but I'm gonna try to make every effort to spend time with mom. Because it's part of what I usually tell you guys, right, at the end of every show. Because when it's all said and done, family is the most important thing. Well, just breaks up. I got about a few minutes. I better make use of them, go to the restroom and all that neat junk that I should have been doing, but instead my favorite peeps, right? Gotta talk to y'all. I hope y'all have an awesome week. This is just the beginning, so let's make this week a good one. Have a good day. Live each day like it's your last one, because it very well could be. Take the time to spend, with your loved ones. Spend your time with your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Show them you love them. Because that neat junk is what makes life worth living. And I'm going to go back inside and get to work, because if I don't watch it here, I'm going to get run over. And that's not cool. All right, well, see ya.